Hello YouTube, Alex Kidd here with a Minecraft video about DOCM77's episode 84 where he shows off his Minecart Speedway with the cool chasing arrows. And when I saw this video I thought, man, that is so cool. Total props out to you, DOCM, for that design. But I did make a couple of notes while you were building it. Had a couple of very easy but important changes I thought were cool. Would be cool. So hopefully you maybe appreciate this video and may use some of these ideas if you want. Anyway, let's get to it. So here it is. This is DOCM's what I like to call the Minecart Super Speedway. As you can see here, there's these cool arrows that go down the sides. They are made out of redstone lamps, and so therefore they will light up whenever you have clocks and all kinds of neat things attached to them. In this design, I just basically copied his design and made a couple of quick changes, and hope he maybe appreciates some of them. I do like using this method for the boosters. Use a booster powered rail and two of the detector rails. What happens is a minecart goes over the detector rail, and that causes the powered rail to power up, and of course it'll propel you down through here. Now I've used them every 5 blocks, and the reason I did that was actually so that you didn't have to worry about you creating a long haul back with your cart, like in terms of the redstone, to get that cart all the way back to the start. So I'll go ahead and give you a quick demo of how it works. Go back to the beginning here. So with this design, you can get the cart down to the end. At the very beginning, one of those detector rails is actually powered into the it's actually powered into the clock mechanism and all the other redstone that keeps them it keeps them rotating down through here, like you can see here. So those lights will keep going unless you were able to shut off the clock. Well, if you wanted to shut off the clock, normally I have a button down here or some method to run redstone back and trigger the quick pulse generator to turn it off. But what I did was I just made it so that there's enough powered rails that you can just send the cart back, and the cart will go all the way back down. Now this will take a minute, but it's pretty foolproof that it'll make it there because it's so there's enough powered rails that the cart should never slow down enough that it can't get there. And you should see any second the lights will stop. There you go. See, the lights have stopped and the cart is back to the beginning now. Doc's got a really cool loader mechanism down there at that end, which actually pulls the cart around the top and drops it back into a position so you can launch real quick. It's very, very neat, but I didn't have the time to set that up. But I just wanted to show these things. And the other thing was actually, in terms of what changes I made over Doc's design, was that he had his arrows pointing the right way because he's going to do it in one-way track, but the arrows were actually lighting up in the opposite order coming towards you, even though they were actually pointing away. So I really think this looks a lot better. It feels like more acceleration when you actually see the arrows coming with you as you're going down the cart track. So as you can see, I've got these birchwood blocks here. These indicate this was the end of the cart that's going to arrive at the tunnel of love. So we'll again send that back down there, and while we're coming back through it, I'll actually walk this way, and this is pretty much the same on the other side. You can just see it's the same design. Use the double repeaters on each of these arrows. There's 3 blocks on this redstone patch on the top here will power all 3 redstones. If you didn't have that redstone patch, it would just power the block to the left of this this stone. And I could show you here. See, there's a block right there. So place that there. Oops. Put the redstone patch back. And of course these are all just set to 1 because I really like the really fast effect. Glitching into that stupid repeater. Fix your game, Jeb. And as you can see, I just cobbled this together in my test world. So again, each one of them, it just 1-2 ticks each delay, and so you get a pretty quick effect on the screen. And if you come down this end, it's basically the same design again that Doc used. The quick pulse generator back here, That feeds into the pilot, what I call the pilot here, which initiates a redstone charge into this clock. And of course, this block is powered whenever it's in this position right here. It's actually charged and keeps the clock rotating. Without that, what happens is this piston retracts that stone in. So when I push that button there, that fires the quick charge. You can see that the piston quickly pushed out to complete the circuit of the clock. And of course, the pilot right here charged the first block. So when I push this again, the piston will then retract that stone block, breaking the clock, and of course that reduces the lag. So you want to do that if you can. That's pretty much it. I've got again, this is pretty simple back here. I just have oh, I do need to make note of this. In order, the redstone line down here is long, so I needed to use a repeater to this repeater right here to power the left to charge and start the left side arrows, and that's only one tick. So what happened is you'd have actually one side off by one tick. So I just made one minor correction right here on this very first repeater. This should be 2 ticks, and when you do that, that makes those two lines match up, because you would otherwise have to have another repeater, and there's no need to do that if you could just add another tick onto the repeater. So there it is. That's the Minecart Super Speedway. And just in terms of the detector rail above, again, Doc's got that fancy design with the loader. This is going to be much simpler design here, where it's just bringing up power up along the backside here to bring a charge into the quick pulse generator. So pretty cool. Hopefully you all like this, and or hopefully you guys like this demonstration, and keep on playing Minecraft.